welcome back to my channel, all of you. Today in this session, we are going to look at NMAT 2020 and we'll see how we can fill up the NMAT 2020 form. One thing we'll all keep in mind here is that NMAT examination this year is an adaptive exam. Go at the top of this video and you will see all the links that I've put up there for the previous videos that I've done. I'm going to also get back and show you how you're going to register for this examination. And this time, as you all of you must be knowing, there are two ways that you can write the NMAT examination. So the first way is to go to a test center and write the exam. Second way is to choose to write it from your home. So make sure that you have the preference right there in your mind. You know whether you are going to write it at home or you're going to write it at the test center. So that's clear for you before you start the registration. Second important thing is NMAT will give you 5 choices of colleges that you need to pick up at the end of the session. I would suggest you to give the first option as Narsi Monji because that's why you are applying for the NMAT examination. Rest of them you can pick and choose. If you have any doubts regarding which colleges to pick, please mark a message onto the comment box and I'll be happy to help you. Okay. So anything related to registration, if it is doubtful for you, you have some queries, put your doubts there and I'll be happy to comment back within 24 hours of you actually putting the doubt on the comment section. So let's now get into and start the registration process. As all of you must be knowing, NMAT came out with this notification way back in the month of June, but there has been a lot of changes in the NMAT dates and now they have come out with a new date. And if you go here and look at about the examination, you will see the new important dates and fees. You can click on that and that will take you to the new examination dates. And this is how the examination dates looks like. So now the registration has already actually started on September 14th. Last date of registration is November 21. Scheduling of the exam you can do from 14 September itself. Reschedule is again on Monday 14 September and exam delivery starts from November 4th 2020. So you got a plenty of time now, unlike what we were thinking that the NMAT would start off by 5th of October. Now it has been extended by one more month and it's scheduled to start on 4th of November. This is going to change a lot of things the way we look at NMAT because you have CAT coming on 29th of November and the retake of the examination registration for the retake starts from November 5th because this time as you all must be knowing your result will come out within 48 hours because it's going to be a computed adaptive test now, and because your result is out within 48 hours you can actually do the re-registration as soon as the result is out, right? And retake scheduling you can also do from November 5th. So there is plenty of changes out here. You see the last exam delivery date is January 30th. As you must all be again knowing, last year by January 9th, NMAT had published its result. So expect the result to be late this time. It will not come exactly like how it was before. That means you're going to get a lot more time probably looking forward to the result in the month of February or March, and then the interviews happening in the month of March. So this whole thing is going to get extended. And they have also given a disclaimer here saying that this may not be the exact date. It is tentative because it can be changed based on any other COVID lockdown decisions that the government may take. Okay, so let's keep that in mind and then go ahead and register for this exam. So click on the registration button and you reach here on this page. This is a page for NMAT registration, and the first thing that you need to do is create an account. So I'm going to do that quickly. So once you have filled up this form, you can just click create an account. And it says thank you for registering with NMAT by GMAT, and you have sent you a verification link at the email ID. Kindly click on the link to complete the verification process. So I'm going to quickly do this. So as you can see now here, there is a mail that I received from NMAT, and it says thank you for your interest in registering for NMAT, and I need to click here. And once I click there, it takes me again back to the NMAT dashboard. So I'm going to update my preferences, and this is how your dashboard looks like. Also, another important thing to note here is you would have got another mail with a heading called as account details, and this mail would have come from NMAT support, and in this mail you will also receive your password. And this password is important because you will be using this password to log into the NMAT ID, and this password is also important to be kept with you till the time you finish off your NMAT examination. Okay, so keep the password handy and make sure that you are not losing this, keep it safe so that you are able to log into the portal at any point of time. So that's how my dashboard looks like. So the entire dashboard is very clear. You can schedule, reschedule from here, retake. So all things will get, this button will get activated once you have completed your registration. You can even download your admit card from here, your scorecard from here. So that's what I said, this password is quite important to keep. So let's now start our registration process. So there are, if you see here, you have the personal information here, the contact information here, education and work experience, school preference, and then you have additional information, whatever is required, and then you have the examination mode and the declaration that you need to sign and the payment mode. So we have a lot of sections to cover in this. So we are going to do one by one and finish this off. Okay, so very easy, easily you can complete some of the section. So I'm going to quickly do this now. Now, after you have filled in your basic details, it asks you to upload your photograph. Please read the details carefully so that you don't have any mistakes committed when you are uploading it. I'm going to upload it quickly. Then it asks you about your parents' detail, father's name, mother's name, which you can fill up. And then it asks you for your identity proof. So now you will need to have a photo identity. Your name should tally with that, a photo ID number and a signature ID separately, which has your signature. Now, what kind of ID you can use is already given there. So it's very clearly saying that your photo ID can be your passport, your PAN card, or your Aadhaar card, or the voter ID. So I'm going to put one of them, and I'm going to choose my signature ID, out of which you can choose either your debit card or credit card, driving license, PAN card, or a passport issued by the government of India. So I'm going to use my PAN card here. Okay, so make sure all these documents are there with you. So you will require, once again, just to take you through this, you will require either a passport or an Aadhaar card or a voter ID, or you can also use your debit card, credit card, driving license, or the PAN card for the signature ID, right? So keep that in mind before you start your process of applying to the NMAT examination. After that, you can either save or exit or go to the next section. So if you see here now, your personal information is completely filled up, and then you have the contact information which you need to fill up. I've already filled this up. So which is pretty much simple, because you just need to put your mobile number, an alternate contact number, an email ID which you have already, there will be shown there. You can put an alternate email ID as well. You can put your address for communication, which will ask you for your country, then the state, then the city, and then you can fill in that address and the pin code. If your permanent address and the communication address is different, then you will have to fill up once again for your permanent address. Mine is same, so I filled it up, and I'm going to go ahead and go further for this form, because there's nothing much in this space. So I've completed my personal information, contact information, and the next one is the education and work experience. So we'll quickly fill this up. So higher education level achieved, I'm going to use completed undergraduate country India. I'm going to select undergraduate university. So let's say I put SRM University, and undergraduate college, and then the stream. So I did engineering. Then I'm going to use B Tech. Then I have to choose my specialization. So I'm going to choose mechanical, right? Mode of pursuing completion of graduation degree. So it's full time, and graduation status is completed. Then it says graduation details. So year of passing. So I'm going to put this as, if you choose it a percentage, you can put the percentage here. Do you have any work experience? Yes, I'm going to select yes. And it asks you which kind of type of engagement. So either you are a employee or an entrepreneur or a self-employed person. So I'm going to choose the employee, and asking you for the sector. So it's a private sector that I worked in, let's say, and the total work experience. So years. I had to choose my industry, so which I've chosen now as IT consulting, products or services or software. It asked me for a function, so I'm going to choose as analytics as my function. You can even choose another industry that you've worked in and the function there, but I'm going to leave that blank because I've only worked in one place. And the current last organization here, you can write the name of the organization, let's say Infosys, and I can then say next, and that completes my education and work experience. Pretty much simple actually, and very neat page portal they have made, because there's nothing much to actually fill in out here. Then it says select school. So this is basically for choosing the preferences of school that you want to apply for. So now if you look at here, you can select schools from the following countries. So it's given the countries here. Simply type in the name of the country to begin your search, and then you can choose from all these colleges which are given there. So if you look at on your right hand side, it says free choices allowed is 5, and you have for additional fee for extra choices that you have. Now see, I'm going to actually also tell you here which are those colleges that you can look at probably when you fill this up. So first one is anyway Narsi Monji, and then I'm going to choose Upper University. So I have Sivadanar University, and I'm the last one I'm going to choose Bennett. Almost all the colleges which are there in this list, none of them are great colleges as such, but then NMIMS is one of the options that you're going to fill up for sure. And the other option that you're going to look for is the colleges where you can get into ISB. I just choose like that. It's a certificate program, as you can see. And Thapar, Shivanadar, and Bennett University are among the lot reasonably okay colleges. So I picked that up. So I'm going to move on. You choose your own depending on what's your choice going to be. But NMIMS I'm writing only for the MBA program and the PGDM program for Narsi Monji University. Now it gives you some survey questions here. So where did you come to know? I'm saying coaching center, and I'm going to put career launcher, Baram. It says select the exam mode, whether you want to take the exam at the center or on the online proctored at home. Okay. So it says once you have booked your exam, you cannot reschedule to a different mode for the same attempt. However, you can choose the exam mode again while scheduling the next attempt. And this is an important part, because I would want you to go and read this about the test center. I want you to also go and read this about the online proctored at home. So let's click on this, read the details of what are the system requirements, and you will see all the details given here. So internet connection, mobile hotspot is not recommended as meant not provide a stable internet connection. So you need broadband or a wireless speaker and a microphone built in, or USB plug-in, or a wireless Bluetooth, a webcam, and or an HD cam or a SD camcorder. So all the separating operating system is there. You have the supporting browser which is there. RAM requirements is given to you. Bandwidth requirements is given to you. So this is pretty much well documented. So you can read this. You can also look at and click on this and check your system readiness. So all the details are given here, and you can check it out and check out whether your internet speed is good enough, operating system is good enough. So this should be a check before you actually go on and do the standard rules to follow, and you can actually go and read this as well. So all these rules which are given here: alone in a room, clear desk area, connected to a power source, no phones, headphones, um, or any other electronic devices, no dual monitors, no leaving the seat, no talking or reading aloud the questions. So very, very clear there. So there is nothing much that you can miss out on this. Please read this carefully. This is the most important part. Now that NMAT has come out with their application and are saying that they are going to do this at home as well. Okay, so please read this. Please be careful about it so that everything is so clear to you. Now, uh, last part of this, it now you have to choose between these two. I'm going to choose online proctored at home and see what happens. So I'm going to go to the next, and then it asks you for a declaration, and then the declaration I agree, and you can put the date. If I'm going to go back and then choose the test center, even then I'm going to get the same thing. So one and whichever you are choosing, the next part is going to be the declaration. So I'm going to sign the declaration here. I'm going to put my name, my date, and I'm going to continue. And with that, my registration is over. Now, at this point of time, when the registration is over, you can submit and make a payment out there. and that completes your full registration process. Once you have completed that, you will be getting a mail, and from there you can schedule your date and the time of the examination. Now, here out here you also see the NMAT by GMAT official practice examination. So if you want, you can buy that as well and add it to your cart. If not, you can just finish this off, and that should be the end of the registration process. If you have any queries, please feel free to get back to me. I put a lot of links onto the description of all the videos that we've done on NMAT 2020. You can go through that. You can also make sure that if you have a lot of doubts coming up, please put it onto the comment box below the video, and I'll be happy to help you out with that. Also, just make sure that on top you will be seeing all the links which are given to the videos, that also you can click and go through the videos. So as you all know, NMAT is going to be adaptive this time. So let's hope that all of you prepare really well for this examination and give it really well, and all of you are able to do really well in your NMAT paper, right? So thank you so much for watching this. If you have not subscribed my channel till now, please do subscribe my channel, and all the best, all of you.